Know that my true being is the knowledge of what is precious and what isn't. My vocation is great because I am an organ of God. In your world, my writing is the idea and the action of preserving what is precious, of what is essential, what is fundamental, what is the most important within. What is precious is always within, and I will show you the essential value of cultivating a life that is intimate, within, and powerful. In all things, you must privilege what is inside and place on the exterior what has less importance. The best must always be for within, and you must make grow what is good and beautiful inside of you to be able to attain felicity and the supreme happiness inside of you. Inside, there is a whole hierarchy because there is the place that is the most precious, and there's also place for the universe and everything that exists. I am what is the one that keeps this wisdom of living within by staying also united with the great everything. I am the beautiful light inside. It is this light that you call your angel. Since the beginning of time, I always wanted to keep what was essential, what was noble, true, pure, what was sacred, what was intimate, the treasure, what gives life and makes it full. I loved the interior life. I love what is within. I love what appears within, and I want to protect it, keep it, to offer it all the conditions so that it can live without being touched, polluted, or denatured. I love to hide this treasure, preserve the intimacy and the secret of God. God is the living mystery that cannot be met only in what is within, in the secret and the absolute respect of this secret. The one that doesn't know how to keep a secret, to be able to preserve the sublime beauty of the world, will not be able to meet God. What is precious cannot be unveiled. You must protect it and take care of it. I'm saying it to you. It is out of question that what is precious be showed or offered to the eyes of all men or of all beings. When you love what is small inside of you and that you take care of it, then you know greatness and you know value. When an eye is posed on this treasure, there is the intention that is going to manifest itself, and in it, it is a magical world that appears and searches to make a link. Look is to invoke a world and to make it enter into the world in what is looked at. When the light appears, very often the masks fall and the beings can no longer hide themselves, the worlds that are hidden and with whom they are related to. The light is the treasure of life, and it excites all the ones that convey it. Only the ones that are pure can approach the light without failing and put themselves at its service to protect it by offering it the space of where it is hidden and of the true security. I am linked to the Mother, and I am in an intimate alliance with Archangel Uriel. The great Gabriel wanted to sit on me, and I am present in a mountain close to the garden of the light. I am discernment, but also the being of anchoring and of realization. My existence is beforehand invisible because I live in the magical worlds and in the subtle ones. I develop all the qualities that I mentioned to you before everything in the subtle worlds. You can have access to these worlds by entering inside of you, like I'm teaching you by my presence. It is by entering inside of you and by cultivating what is precious of what lives there that the subtle worlds will appear to you. To know how to travel in these worlds is a whole science. You must learn how to anchor yourself in the precious things in your life within, and you let it develop itself at the image of a seed that will grow towards the sun and superior life. Life on earth in a body is not real life. The real life is found inside like a living seed, a seed of the being, a fragment of the sun. Terrestrial life is just like a shell that is destined to protect this kind of eternity. If the seed can grow towards its origin, then discernment will come naturally, because the point of view will be good. The subtle worlds will appear, and you will know how to navigate, orient yourself, because like a mother that is attentioned, you will be able to fall and follow the development of what is precious, and you will search to protect it and conduct it towards its goal. What is precious never shows itself because it stays invisible, and its destination is invisible. The visible is not its goal, neither its path. When the visible holds what is precious, then he stays himself precious. If what is visible doesn't hold what is precious, then he is not essential. He is not important. He doesn't really have a sense. By concentrating yourself on my presence, you will be able to be born inside of you what is stable, fundamental, in dignity of life, in the interests of the superior worlds that are true and noble. I open the path towards the interior reality, what is real, and I let on the exterior what is perishable and goes towards recycling. I have this knowledge that consists to separate what is primary of what is without any importance. Maybe this knowledge doesn't really interest you, but know that today humanity has gone very far from me and no longer knows me. In their lives, they do the inverse of wisdom that I have preserved for them for thousands of years. They give importance to what has no value and has for destiny to be a piece of garbage. They ignore and baffle what is precious, the treasure of life. They no longer respect what is secret, and they have fabricated a false life from within. It is something inside that isn't inside and makes them empty. But it is in them that elaborates the future, but they ignore and live like they have no future, and that their life wasn't greater than the garbage of their body. Try to show and to understand that a humanity like this is without interest for the superior worlds. It has no value, and it can even become useless. Why let the interior life to the most beautiful appearances and to be able to grow for a world that doesn't belong to them and in which they won't be able to live with. I am strange to this world that cultivates what is false, what is ephemeral, the appearance, and gives a presence that is empty from interior. Why cultivate a false image of yourself and live with a world where everything is an illusion? By concentrating yourself on me, you will be able to enter into contact with a superior world. And if you want to give me a name, then know that I am linked to what is precious. I am the guardian of what is precious. And I know the precious name, what has no importance. What makes you a physical body, this body and this life of the body must not be dedicated, but it isn't what is precious and will never be. It is a skin, a shell, an envelope that needs to be completely put at the service of what is within and of what is hidden inside of you, and asked to grow in another world. This other world is also what is precious. It is one with it. It is it. The precious gives life and conducts towards life, and never it will conduct you towards death and towards what extinguishes your life and takes away value. Never what is precious will waste to live and takes what isn't his. He conducts to what is precious, everything, and gives sense, value, ennobles everything that enters into contact with it. I understand that man is sleeping and that he has a whole path to be able to go through, to be able to discover himself and awaken, and to understand that the being is more important than the appearance, the one that is capable of keeping this greatness because he is it, but he is also capable of making appear ugliness if he deturns himself from his being and searches to become what he isn't. Remember that what pleases the superior worlds are the living mysteries, what is hidden, non-divulged, and stays intimate because it is precious, fundamental, and sacred. And it must be preserved, protected, honored, admired, adored, and celebrated in ecstasy, in astonishment, in the invisibility, in what is subtle. God is what is vital, and he is the source of what is noble.